No matter what you do, what you say, how you do it, where you go, why you do it, you are African. The reason I say that is because even though you might identify with being called Black, Australian, Canadian, Brazilian, Moroccan, Liberian, whatever it is that you identify with, you're still an African. The reason why I say that is because shit is hitting the fan over here in Africa. And what happens to Africa affects the rest of the world. If Africa goes into slavery, everybody else goes into slavery. If Africa wins, we all fucking wins. It's not about what happens in America or what happens in Canada or what happens in Europe. The focus is on Africa, and you motherfuckers don't want to come home. Why? You ain't gonna be able to reap the benefits because you didn't do shit for Africa. You want everybody to hand you the shit, but when it get down to it, get grimy and shit, you don't want to come fucking fight. And it's not that you gotta fight physically. It's just as simple as us being on one motherfucking accord. Thinking the same. And not to bring any religious groups in here, but Muslims got motherfuckers everywhere throughout Africa. If they was to get on one accord alone, not the Christians, I'm talking about the fucking Muslims. They pray 5 times a day and some more. If they pray for the fucking unity of Africa, do you know how fast that shit will change? If y'all will stop going against Africa, don't go over there. They don't like you over here. Yeah, because most of y'all came over here with fucked up attitudes like you was American, like you was better than. You at home. Mama had to sit your fucking ass down and let you know you at home. You ain't better than nobody. And so y'all had to go back home. You thought you had all this money and you can come over here and live lavish and high off the hog. No, that's not the way to go. Opening up business and starting this studio and no. You worse than the fucking oppressor, charging the same American high ass prices so that you can cater to a certain group of people. What about the people that's right next door to you? We gotta help us, save us, for us, by us. It's us, not against them. Let them do what the fuck they want to do, but we gotta save us because they don't give a fuck about us. And some of them look like us, but they ain't us. Shout out to Rod Hayes. They not like us. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. What happens to Africa affects the rest of the world. When they close them goddamn ports down, when y'all can't get no more oil, when y'all can't get no more wheat, corn, vegetables, fruit, herbs, spices, when y'all can't get no more of that from us, Mama is closing her fucking doors. Whoever is in here, that's who's in here. Whoever ain't getting in. Because when this shit start getting real, it's every man for themselves. And it's not to say that you gotta walk in fear. That's the thing. You ain't gotta walk in fear. It's too many of us. If they try to do some harm or damage, they gonna end up fucking themselves up. It's too many. They can't kill everybody. If they kill the whole, they gonna kill the whole planet. And if that's the case, shit, we ain't no escaping. The fuck is you scared for? This is not the end of all everlasting. This shit continues on and keep going and keep going and keep going. You just transform into another body. But the body you go into tells you or dictates the shit that the shit you doing right now dictates the next body you go into. If you scared and with all the fuck shit, you going to live that shit. If you was righteous and you was walking the truth and you was one of the ones that was fighting for Mother Earth, you gonna get that. It's either or. And they say you can't be lukewarm. When you balance this shit out, you can be. Shit. Lukewarm is balance. I'll spit you out. The fuck? So I gotta be always hot or I gotta be always cold. No, nigga. I like to be comfortable. Balanced. The fuck? You gotta choose your poison. Well, I don't want to call it poison. No, we ain't saying that. Fuck all that. Choose which team you gonna go for. What you gonna use to fight with. You gonna fight with the physical or you gonna fight with the mental. Either or, it's a fight. You ain't gonna get out this shit without fighting. You gotta choose which day you gonna serve. The fuck? What happens in Africa affects the rest of the world. So if you scared and you didn't try to help Mama Africa, I ain't gotta go there. I ain't gotta go there. They don't want us there. I was born over here. Who gives a fuck where you was born? What happens to Africa affects the rest of the world. Everybody over here and everybody got their goddamn eyes. Y'all better leave Mama alone. Mama got big Papa boots on. Shout out to Rod Hayes. I ain't never heard that shit before, but it made so much sense. Because I had a grandma who was like that and didn't play. I shame. What happens to Africa affects the rest of the world. Remember that. How you treat your mama, that's how she gonna treat you in return. You gonna act like a stepchild, like you ain't got no goddamn sense. She gonna treat you like that. Go sit your ass down in the corner and think about some shit.